Hey everybody, welcome to the Name Sisters' first episode ever. Welcome, I'm Alexia May, and I'm so excited to share with you today this brand new thing that hasn't been done yet in the baby name world. We want to be a resource for you guys, an educational resource. We want to inspire you and empower you because names are such an important part of our culture. Everybody has a name, and they're so personal. Even with, a very common name, John. If someone says John to you, it's so personal. And like I said, they are such an important part of our culture, and a lot of times you can see a name and kind of know where it's from or what time it's from. So they're so important, and so be a resource for you. You may recognize some of our faces, if not all of our faces. We have been in the baby name community for quite a few years, and we wanted to come together in one place for all of you guys to ask questions and get answers, and we want to be as tangible as we can for you. So I want you, if you don't know all of us, we're just going to introduce ourselves. And so with Amelia, why don't you start and introduce yourself?
Hi guys. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Amelia. I am Everything Baby Names on YouTube. I've had my YouTube channel for about 3.
Megan, why don't you introduce yourself?
I think Amelia was.
I don't know where she is.
Oh. She started. Amelia had started, I think.
Oh, okay. Amelia, I lost you. Why don't you start again?
Okay. I'm Amelia, and I'm Everything Baby Names on YouTube, and I've had my YouTube channel for about 3.5 years, and I make videos just about names, baby names. I've done videos on pet names, like just everything to do with names. I just love names. I'm a writer, and that's kind of what got me into names. I wanted to have the best names possible for my characters, names that had meaning, names that were interesting and different, and I just got really into looking up the meanings of names, and that's kind of what got me into being interested in names for babies as well as for characters. And so my love of names has just grown and grown, and I've found that there are other people out there like me who love names, and it's sort of become a community thing as well as a passion for me, and I love giving people advice about what names that would suit their children or their characters or their pets. And yeah, that's kind of my little intro.
That's awesome. Megan.
Okay, hi, I'm Megan, or you might know me as Tulip by Any Name. That's my YouTube channel and my blog name. I love good books, good food, traveling. I love everything kind of old-fashioned and antique, and that kind of spills over into my baby name taste and style. I love old-fashioned names. I love names kind of straight out of a Jane Austen novel, if that gives you an idea. I'm also, like in the last maybe 2 years, have been really drawn to the story behind a name. I love a good story, whether it be you're named after someone in your family or your mom was 9 months pregnant and loved a soap opera show and that character. I love any kind of little personal connection. I'm also obsessed with nicknames. I nickname lots of my friends and pets and things, so I love a long name with a good juicy little nickname, and I'm just really excited to be on this little journey and doing this experience with these wonderful women. So.
Kristen.
Hi, I'm Kristen, and on YouTube I'm Chris Couture. I've been doing name videos on YouTube since early 2011, so about 3.5 years, and I'm a very opinionated and passionate person. My favorite types of names are unisex names, and uncommon names. I just can't handle popular names. Um, not that they're not nice, it's just that they're overused, and I like names that have a little bit of sparkle and spice in them that you just, when you hear names so often, it just loses its pizzazz. Um, and on my channel, I've been recently making wedding vlogs because I'm getting married in September in exactly 73 days, I think. And that's me, Kristen.
Elena.
Yes, I am Elena J. Engel from Formspring and from YouTube, and I used to make baby name videos quite often. Kind of got out of it, but I'm still super, super, super active in the baby name community. I have loved names since early childhood, and I've always loved unusual names too. I think one of my first favorite names as a child was Ruth, and I had never known a Ruth as a child aside from the biblical Ruth. I own almost 40 name books, and I read them cover to cover because I'm a huge reader as well. I'm about ready to turn 24 next week, which is kind of freaking me out. And it's kind of crazy in my life right now because my husband and I are in the middle of trying to find our second house to buy, and we're trying to currently adopt 3 kids from foster care. So that's probably the basics about me.
That's awesome. We are kind of missing 2 of our other namers right now, Ren and Rebe, but hopefully Rebe will be able to join us soon. But as I said earlier, I'm Alexia May. I have a website, Baby Names from the Bible, because I love all names in general, but my favorite are biblical baby names, so that's kind of like my forte. And I started that a couple of years ago. And I also have an Instagram called @NamesDaily, where I do a boy name and a girl name every day, and it's not just biblical names, it's all names in general. And I just appreciate my followers and my audience so much, and I'm so excited for you guys to follow us and join us on our little name sister journey here.
Hello.
Oh. Hi, Reeves. Is it too soon to ask you to introduce yourself and say a little something?
No, I can do that. My name's Rebecca, but people call me Rebe the most. I have a son named Callum. His full name's Callum Donovan. He's almost 2. I'm expecting another baby, and it's a girl. We haven't named her yet, but we're working on it. And I do part-time photography. That's pretty much it.
That's awesome. And like I said, we're missing our other namer, Ren, but she will be joining us in the future. So I have, all of us have a girl name that we'd like to share with you today that maybe you haven't thought about before. And to kick us off, we will start with Amelia Minuet, Thermopolis Rinaldi, Princess of Baby Names.
Well, the types of names that I like, I absolutely love ancient Roman and Greek names. So the name I have today is Cressida, and Cressida is a name from Greek mythology. It means golden, and I absolutely love this name. I've fallen in love with it. Not only is it from Greek mythology, but it's also a Shakespearean name, and it was the name of a character from the Hunger Games trilogy. So it's kind of stood the test of time, and I love the nickname Cress. I think it sounds really different and really, really unique. So that's the name that I'm going to share today.
Kristen, do you have a name?
Sure.
Would you like to share it?
Sure, okay. So right now, this is my second favorite name, girl name. It's River, and I love, love, love nature names. Looking to nature to find a name, I think, is such a great idea. And when I think of river, like, I can't picture like a negative association with it. I just think of like flowing waters and the serene, wooded area or forests and stuff. And Michael actually really likes this one too, which is good. I don't have a middle name like combination for it yet, but I just think River is so adorable for a boy or a girl, but I'm really loving it for a girl. And it's just such a cute name, and it reminds me of from the TV show Firefly. There was a character named River. If you guys watched the show Firefly, and I'm pretty sure there's also a character in like Doctor Who or something. But I don't watch Doctor Who, but I've just heard that.
Elena.
Yes. So last night, I randomly started like seriously thinking about this name, not about using it, just about it in general. And then I remembered that I was supposed to share a name today, and I think it represents my style really well because I'm really into biblical names and I'm really into unusual, out there names. And so the name I wanted to share is Yocheved. A lot of people in English-speaking countries pronounce it Jochebed too. I think Yocheved is prettier. And Yocheved is the mother of Moses in the Bible. And it means God's glory, glory of God, which I think is really beautiful. And I think it would make a really cool, unusual middle name for a tamer first name that's really feminine.
I love that.
If somebody wanted to look up that name of Elena, how would they spell it?
Okay, it would be Jochebed.
Beautiful. Megan.
Okay, so one of my current name crushes is Estelle. Like I said, I love names with a story behind them. So the little story behind this name is that on my paternal grandmother's side, it goes back several generations, and no one in my generation has used the name Estelle, probably because it is a little dated sounding, but I think it's ready for a comeback. I think it would be beautiful as a first name or a middle name. It's very feminine and classy, which is kind of my style when it comes to girls' names. And the other cool thing, it's an old French name and it means star, and I think that meaning is so cute. So you could call your daughter like Little Star or something. But like I said, I love nicknames. I love just the nickname Essie for Estelle. I think that's kind of cute and old-timey. So that's my name crush.
Rebe.
Okay, so I have the name Aspen, which is a name that I currently have on my list. I really like nature names, and I guess unisex names. Like, I wouldn't say that I am a huge fan of unisex names, but I like nature names, and I think those go both ways a lot of times. So Aspen means from the tree, and I think it's just English. I'm pretty sure, and it came into the charts in 1993, and it's just been gaining popularity ever since. So it's getting a little bit more popular, but it's still kind of unheard of. It's at 187 right now, I think. And I don't know, I think it's different, but it's still really pretty. So that's my name, Aspen.
Beautiful. Well, my name is also a nature name, but it's a biblical nature name, and it's Cassia. Cassia is a cassia tree, and it's a cinnamon used in incense, so it's a fragrant spice. And I just love cassia. Cass and Cassie are obviously first nicknames you think of, but I also think CC would be very, very pretty. And believe it or not, as pretty as Cassia is and similar to like Cassandra, it has never been in the top 1,000 names ever, which is so surprising to me. So even though it's very, very familiar sounding, it's still extremely rare, and it's on my personal name list for girls because I think it's just so, so beautiful. So we have a Twitter question and he says, I know that baby naming is usually a female thing, but is it okay for guys to do it too? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Of course.
Yeah. We need more guys around here.
When guys are into names and chat, because they're a big part of the naming process too, right?
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think I think I'm the only single one here. And so if I was to meet a guy who was really into like names, not necessarily that he was like wanted to get married right away and like settle down and start having kids like within the next like couple months of me meeting him, but that he just like liked thinking about names for his future kids, I would see that as a really like positive quality in him. I would think that would be really cool that he would be thinking about names for his future kids. So that would be definitely a plus on my checklist of somebody if I met a guy.
Yeah.
And really, I think that most guys, obviously, they're not going to talk about it amongst each other, but everybody has like a name that they like. And I can bet you anything. If you asked a guy, any guy, like a name that he likes, he would know like at least one name that like he would want to name his son or daughter. So.
Definitely.
It's true.
I agree.
Mhm.
I agree. I think, like I was talking about names with my brother this morning because I torture him and do that. But he's so opinionated. I feel like the men in my life they say they may not love names, but they have strong opinions. And a lot of them, like my brother studied ancient civilizations and mythology. And so he's got a lot of like resource and just a cool perspective on names. So I think a lot of men have that and we don't always know it.
It's true. Elena, were you going to say something?
I was just going to say that I have been blessed with a lot of close guy friends in my life, and I have talked very thoroughly with all of them about names, and you'd be surprised how much guys have thought about it. It's just they're usually not as vocal as women, it seems, but I'm pretty impressed with some of the names my guy friends like. It's really cool.
Yeah. Reeve, is Brant a big part of the naming process, or is he just like, when you find one you like, throw it my way?
Yeah, that's basically it. He is basically just like, as long as I don't hate the name, you can name her whatever you want.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it's not bad, except for he hates all my names, so.
Yeah, I have to say, my husband Josiah, he tolerates my name talk very well because I tolerate his car talk. And
Compromises.
but no, we have a little boy named Judah, and that is probably the only name that we've ever agreed on together, which is miraculous. So if we ever have future children, it'll be interesting to go through the naming process with him again. But that's all the questions we have for this week. This is just going to be a short little episode because I wanted all of you to be able to get to know us a little bit better and just get a little tiny tidbit of what's in store for the future. Next week, next Sunday, July 6th, 2014, at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be officially launching live for everyone. So all you guys can come and watch us. It's so exciting. Follow us on Twitter and ask us questions that way. It's twitter.com/thenamesisters. And obviously here on YouTube, we're youtube.com/thenamesisters. And we have a website, so feel free to go there and check it out, learn more about us, interact with us there as well. And that's thenamesisters.com. We are just so excited to be on this journey with you guys, to be a tangible resource. We love talking to you guys. We love talking about names. They're so important, and not just for babies and for expecting moms, but for writers, because we have writers here in the group. Business owners, or if you're an Etsy shop needing help with the business name, I mean, we love names. And there are 7 of us who have kind of been there, done that. We've been in the naming community for quite a few years, and we literally go from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. So if one of us can't answer your question, someone else will. So again, we're just so excited, and welcome, and get in touch, and bye.
Bye.
Bye!